This video lecture explains about deadlock detection in distributed system. On the completion of this video lecture, the students will be able to understand the approaches to detect the deadlocks and understand the concept of wait for graph and deadlock handling strategies and also the issues which are present in the deadlock detection. Next we go for the deadlock detection in distributed systems. So deadlocks are the fundamental problem in distributed systems, and deadlock detection in distributed systems has received considerable attention in the past. In distributed systems, a process may request resources in any order, which may not be known in prior, and a process can request a resource while holding others. If the allocation sequence of process resources is not controlled in such environments, so deadlocks can occur. A deadlock can be defined as a condition where a set of processes request resources that are held by other processes in the set. The deadlocks can neither prevented nor avoided. So only possibility is the deadlock detection can be implemented. The deadlock can be deal with using three strategies, which are deadlock prevention, deadlock avoidance, and deadlock detection. So deadlock detection requires an examination of the status of the process, resources, interaction for the presence of deadlock condition. In this lecture, we study several distributed deadlock detection techniques based on various strategies. So the techniques of deadlock detection in the distributed system require the following, which are progress and safety. Progress means the method should be able to detect all the deadlocks in the system. And safety, the method should not detect false of phantom deadlock. Phantom deadlock means false deadlock. There are three approaches to detect deadlocks in the distributed systems. First approach is centralized approach. Here there is only one responsible resource to detect deadlock. The advantage of this approach is that it is simple and easy to implement, while the drawbacks include excessive workload at one node, single point of failure, which in turn makes the system less reliable. Next approach is distributed approach. In this distributed approach, different nodes work together to detect deadlocks. No single point failure as workload is equally divided among all the nodes. The speed of deadlock detection also increases. Next approach is hierarchical approach. This approach is most advantageous approach. It is the combination of both centralized and distributed approaches of deadlock detection in the distributed system. In this approach, some selected nodes or cluster of nodes are responsible for deadlock detection, and these selected nodes are controlled by a single node. Next we see about the system model. A distributed program is composed of a set of n asynchronous processes which are indicated as P1, P2 up to Pn that communicates by passing messages over the communication network. Without loss of generality, we assume that each process is running on a different processor. The processors do not share a common global memory and communicate solely by passing messages over the communication network. There is no physical global clock in the system to which processors have instantaneous access. So the communication medium may deliver messages out of order. Messages may be lost or duplicated due to timeout and retransmission. So the processors may fail and communication links may go down. These are all the assumptions made in this system model. The first assumption is the systems have only reusable resources. The processors are allowed to make only exclusive access to resources. There is only one copy of each resource. A process can be in two states. The states are running or blocked. The running state is otherwise also called as active state. That means in the running state, a process has all the needed resources and is either executing or is ready for execution. In the blocking state, that is blocked state, a process is waiting to acquire some resource. Next, we see about the wait for graph. The purpose of wait for graph is used for deadlock detection. So a graph is drawn based on the request and acquirement of the resource. So if there is any cycle or a closed loop occurs, then there is a deadlock. In the distributed systems, the state of the system can be modeled by directed graph, which is called as wait for graph. In wait for graph, nodes are processors and there is a directed edge from one node to another node. A system is deadlocked if and only if there exists a direct cycle or not in the wait for graph. Consider this figure which shows the wait for graph where process P11 of site 1 has an edge to process 21 of site 1 and an edge to process P32 of site 2. Process P32 of site 2 is waiting for a resource that is currently held by process P33 of site 3. At the same time, process 21 at site 1 is waiting on process 24 at site 4 to release a resource and so on. If process P33 starts waiting on process P24, then processors in the wait for graph are involved in the deadlock depending upon the request model. Next, we see about the deadlock handling strategies. Handling of deadlock becomes highly complicated in distributed systems because no site has accurate knowledge of the current state of the system and because every inter-site communication involves a finite and unpredictable delay. These are the strategies: deadlock prevention, deadlock avoidance and deadlock detection. First one is deadlock prevention. Prevention means which is achieved either by having a process acquire all the needed resources simultaneously before it begins execution or by preempting a process which holds the needed resource. So this approach is highly inefficient and impractical in distributed system. Next strategy is deadlock avoidance. In deadlock avoidance, a resource is granted to a process if the resulting global system state is safe. This is impractical in distributed systems. Third strategy is deadlock detection. Deadlock detection in distributed systems seems to be the best approach to handle deadlock in the distributed system. Here we are facing two issues in deadlock detection. Those are detection of existing deadlocks and resolution of detected deadlocks. First one is detection of existing deadlocks. Detection of deadlocks involves addressing two issues which are named as maintenance of the wait for graph and another one is searching of the wait for graph for the presence of cycles or knots. In distributed systems, a cycle or knot may involve several sites. The search of cycles greatly depends on how the wait for system is represented across the system. Depending upon the way of wait for graph information is maintained and the search for cycle is carried out, there are centralized, distributed and hierarchical algorithms for deadlock detection in distributed systems. A deadlock detection algorithm must satisfy the following two conditions: progress and safety. Progress means no undetected deadlocks. Safety means no false deadlocks. No undetected deadlock means the algorithm must detect all the existing deadlocks in finite time. Once a deadlock has occurred, the deadlock detection activity should continuously progress until the deadlock is detected. In other words, after all the wait for dependencies for a deadlock have formed, the algorithm should not wait for any more events to occur to detect the deadlock. Next condition is safety. In this condition, the algorithm should not report deadlocks which do not exist, which is called as phantom deadlock or false deadlock. The algorithm should not report the deadlock that do not exist. In distributed systems where there is a no global memory and there is no global clock, it is difficult to design the correct deadlock detection algorithm because sites may obtain an out of state and inconsistent wait for graph of the system. As a result, sites may detect a cycle that never existed but whose different segments existed in the system at different times. So this is the main reason why many deadlock detection algorithms reported in the lecture are incorrect. Second one is resolution of a detected deadlock. Deadlock resolution involves breaking the existing wait for dependencies between the processes to resolve the deadlock, which involves rollback one or more deadlock processes and assigning their resources to blocked processes so that they can resume execution. The deadlock detection algorithms propagate information regarding wait for dependencies along the edges of the wait for graph. When the wait for dependency is broken, the corresponding information should be immediately cleaned from the system. If this information is not cleaned in a timely manner, it may be result in detection of phantom deadlock. So these are the possible questions in this topic. The questions are: identify the issues in deadlock detection, define centralized approach, distributed approach and hierarchical approach, the uses of wait for graph and how to prevent the deadlock in the processes, what are the what is meant by deadlock avoidance, and what are the strategies for handling the deadlock. Thank you.